Like, you should just
Oh, I know.
record. Always.
Oh, I know. I was pushing the buttons,
Buttons.
playing sad trombone.
We got sad trombone,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
My dream noise.
That's a magic carpet ride, bro. You better call it what it is, man. Where's the genie when you need him?
Right.
A whole new world. Y'all didn't know I could hit the notes, did you? I didn't know I could hit those notes either.
Yeah, you
because
hit
I
'em.
can't.
That was awesome.
JV,
Yes, sir.
how was your weekend, brother? Talk to me.
Man, fantastic. I mean, just chilled out. Had a little birthday lunch with mom.
Nice.
That's about it.
What'd you eat with the moms?
We didn't go. We picked up some Olive Garden and had some chicken Alfredo, man. Some breadsticks, salad. Fantastic.
What did you watch this weekend? Other than our movie of the week, obviously.
Movie of the week. I've been watching a show on Netflix called Raising Dion.
I heard good things. Talk to me.
They just released season 2, which is why it kind of popped up on the screen with new episodes.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a very good series. I think it's done after season 2.
Oh, wow.
Just because of like the way it ended.
Is Dion raised?
He was.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Full-fledged adult ready to go to college?
It was pretty much, yeah.
Nice.
After it flashes forward, like 15 years, but it's whatever.
Oh.
It's whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got. See, everybody. A lot of people have talked to me about this show, but
Yeah.
I've never jumped on it. This lady at the job also was like, "Yo, man, Clyde, you watch a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If you watch Raising Dion." I'm like, "Not yet. Like, it's on the list.
Yeah.
You hit that plus sign to add it on the list,
Yeah.
but like,
You just got to wait for those to drop off after you finish them.
they either got to like leave Netflix, and then I'd be like, all right, I got nothing else to watch, and then I go to my list,
Yeah.
right? So,
Yeah, so I watched that, both seasons over, I think it started like last weekend maybe,
okay,
and just kind of flowed through the week watching it and finished it up this weekend.
dope.
Good show.
All right, man.
Good show. Very good show.
We'll definitely add it to the list. Well, like I said, it's already there. I just gotta hit the play button.
Watched some few things on Stars.
The only reason we got stars is for our movie last week, okay? And you've hijacked my stars account.
I'm gonna get what I can out of it.
I hear you.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff on there that ain't just floating around. Like a lot of stuff on there you can rent, like on Amazon and stuff, but it's not on Netflix or
It's like a
HBO Max.
star. Are you watching Power? Is that what you're watching? Is that what
Power?
you said?
No, Heels. I was watching Heels.
Oh, okay.
The
You're
Stephen
not watching the
Amell
50
ref-
Cent show. Okay, gotcha.
That's on there. Yeah. I did see that. I didn't watch it, but I was watching Heels, which has been a pretty good show so far. About 4 episodes in.
Yeah, man. Oliver Queen's in it, right?
Yes, Oliver Queen,
All
Stephen Amell. Seems like it's going pretty good place. It ain't really like dove nose down yet.
Okay.
Like that can happen very drastic. I mean, it's a show about like wrestling, so
Oh.
we'll see what he can pull out the rest of the season. Finish it up.
All right, man. Let's get to what I was watching.
Yeah.
Okay. I had a fabulous Sunday. I went to a 1-year-old dog's birthday party. We ain't gonna talk about
as
that.
people
though,
do.
okay, dude. That's
It's
a
a
thing
thing.
that people do.
Yeah.
I found out on Saturday.
Did you have cake at the puppy party?
Yes, there was
Fantastic.
there was cake. There was cake for humans,
Yes.
and there was cake for
Dog cake,
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. This is stuff like I don't think about,
Right,
It's like
right.
my dog's birthday comes around. Everybody who follows me on socials know I love my dog, but
Yeah.
like it's like, hey man, here's an extra couple kibbles, bro. Like
Yeah. Yeah, you get some new toys maybe.
he's old man. He
You
doesn't
know.
play with toys, man. He just likes to open the door so I can bark at some damn kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what he's about. So,
Our dog loses his mind for like rope toys,
oh yeah,
just string all over the apartment. He's got this one now that's like, I swear it's like 1.5 feet long, and he just grabs one end, just slings shit at the rest of it. It's just all. We got like glass coffee tables and stuff. It's scary, but he's He's the head of the household. So
let's talk about the show I was watching, man. I spent my entire Sunday, woke up, watched our movie of the week.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in just a few minutes here. But Amazon Prime has a new show. It's called Jack Reacher. Actually, I just lied to you. It's just called Reacher.
Isn't Jack Reacher another thing?
Jack Reacher is his name, but they already have a Jack Ryan.
Gotcha.
So they couldn't call it. They didn't want to call it,
Gotcha.
JR. So they just named it Reacher. All right. We got sound effects, guys. All right, man. This show, I watched all 8 episodes.
All right.
Yesterday.
How long are these episodes?
About an hour. About an hour long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put in full days of work. Full day of work.
I put a full day's work. Got paid $0, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
This was cool, man. This has the humongous, really good looking, actually highly talented, more than I thought he would be. Dude's actually like a 6'5" dreamboat.
Yeah.
Alan Richson, man. This guy plays Jack Reacher, and he's in this small town in Georgia, and basically uncovers like this humongous ring of what's happening, of illegal activities and killings and stuff like that. And he kicks some ass, man.
Yeah.
Takes some name. Like this guy, man, it was really hard to like take your eyes off the screen. Okay.
Okay. Because of him or action?
I mean, have you seen
A little bit of
Richson?
Yeah, you can't help
Him
but look at him
doing action in literally the tightest t-shirt ever, bro. You seen this guy? He's huge.
Yeah, I know. He's been on the radar since Smallville.
Yeah, I never
and
watched
you know,
Smallville.
You just see him, like for a long time, you just kind of see him around.
Yeah.
So it's good for him to kind of get his own thing going.
He played Raphael in the new Ninja Turtle movies.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize that. I'm like, dude, this is Raph. This is Raph right here.
This is my boy.
This is how big he is right now. Now, guys, go check out Reacher. It's a really good and fast watch. Like you have to. It's like anything these shows nowadays, right? The last 2 or 3 minutes kind of keeps you captivated.
Yeah.
And you want to see what's the next episode.
And then they just cliffhang you.
They cliffhang you.
Yeah.
But the cool thing about Amazon dropped all these on the same exact day. All right. So it's been a fun ride.
It's the 8 hour day.
It's an 8 hour day, man. I hope it comes back for another season. I want to see more of this sexy man and see where he's at, and just he killed everybody.
Okay.
Everybody died.
You know,
I mean, remember those?
I don't know what to say about that.
Remember those action movies from the 80s with like Arnold?
Yeah.
Where he would like come to town and everybody would die. It's basically this, but this guy's actually like really intelligent.
Okay.
Highly recommend, guys. Good plot, good story, good characters, great acting. Yeah, highly recommend.
Sweet. So, I was watching Book of Boba Fett.
I have not jumped on this yet.
I told you need to watch just the last 2 episodes.
I have not jumped on this show yet, man.
I mean, you can watch the ones before it. There's like a Power Ranger episode.
I'm sorry?
You get to see some huts.
Oh, more than one.
I
thought Jabba was the last.
Apparently not.
Like the last Jedi, the last Jabba? I thought that was the last thing. He was the last. No? Okay.
I
made a bad joke there, guys. Go ahead and hit the damn sound. I deserve it.
We got a black fur Wookiee bounty hunter. Pretty badass.
So we got a black Wookiee bounty hunter?
Yeah.
Like he's black.
I mean, his fur is. I don't know what's under the fur.
Hey, that's close enough, baby. We got a black Wookiee, baby. Woo! I'll take it.
Yeah, he's really badass, yeah. Who else? Colt from one of the Three Ninjas movies. He plays a Tusken Raider. You don't know it's him, but...
Wait. From like the original?
No, from like one of the sequels.
Did they change characters?
Yeah.
The actors changed?
Yeah, they did.
I did not know that.
They stayed the same age, I think, through all of the series. But they just changed.
I just remember the last one, High Noon at Mega Mountain or
That's
something.
the one.
That's the one.
Yeah, Michael Olasky.
Okay. Okay.
I follow him on TikTok. He does a ton of videos on there too.
Good deal.
Yeah, just catch him in the last few. They're well worth it.
Okay. Okay.
And they
Good
have
deal, man.
nothing to do with Boba Fett, just so you know. So
I shall make that happen, brother. Welcome to this week's episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I am Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we are discussing the trailers for The Bad Guys, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, the most recent episode of Peacemaker, and our movie of the week, Being the Ricardos. All right, JV.
Yes, sir.
Sent you some trailers, man.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about this animated DreamWorks comedy starring Sam Rockwell, The Bad Guys. Talk to me, man.
Very interesting. I like the concept of this. I don't know if he's a wolf or a dog.
He is a gray wolf.
It's a gray wolf.
Yeah.
His life changes when he gets petted, right? From the trailer. That's what I saw.
That's exactly what happened.
He gets a pet and a good boy, and it's like he's ready to change his life. What a
Hey, man.
yeah.
It's Miller time.
Oh, Jesus. So it's like a criminal squad of bad animals that are basically setting up heists. It's a group of heisting animals.
It's literally like Ocean's 11
Yeah.
with animals, man. That's what it kind of brings me into,
Yeah.
man. These anthropomorphic animals,
Oh,
they coexist with humans.
yes.
And, they go rob the Bellagio.
Yeah.
Like they did in Ocean's 11. No, it's not the Bellagio. But they put on all these heists. We got Sam Rockwell, Mark Maron, Craig Robertson, Anthony Ramos, Aquafina, some great names in here. And they are literally just bad guys.
Yeah.
But Sam Rockwell as Mr. Wolf, he, like you said, he gets petted and wants to be a good boy.
Yeah.
Tries to change it. So it's almost like a character study
Yeah.
of a bad guy turning into a good guy, but with animals.
Yeah.
So, I like it because it has Sam Rockwell and the rest of those guys. So you know it's going to be good. When you get a good voiced like actor
Yeah.
like that, it's going to be good, man. I'm excited for that one. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. I don't really know what to say about this, man. Nick Cage.
Yeah. Nick Cage. We see Neil Patrick Harris. You got
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah. Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on in this movie. I love the fact that he's playing Nicolas Cage, and apparently he's in a lot of debt.
Which, I mean, he's literally playing himself.
And I guess Neil Patrick Harris, is he like a CIA agent or something in this movie? Because in the he's get this mission to go meet one of his biggest fans for like $1 million, but he's actually like working for the CIA, right?
So I don't really know, man. It shows here.
That was just from what I read. The trailer does not tell you.
The trailer does not say. It says here that Neil Patrick Harris has Cage's agent.
Oh, okay.
On the good old Wikipedia page.
Okay.
That could change tomorrow and say Neil Patrick Harris as Cage's boyfriend.
I might change it just a little bit.
Exactly. You can change it.
That makes sense.
So it could be anything. I don't know, man. This is a movie with Nick Cage as the most Nick Cage movie ever.
Yeah, all right.
But it looks funny. It looks like he's literally looking in a mirror and laughing at himself.
Yeah.
Which is good and healthy.
It
looks like he's going to make a good buck off of this as well.
He might.
This might turn his career around.
At least he might have maybe he'll get his $1 million out of it.
Maybe
at least.
Maybe we might get The Rock too. I'm really looking forward to
just
this,
start
man.
revamping everything. He just restarts all of his other movies over, just all their sequels and stuff.
Just every single. We get Con Air 2, bro. Ready for it? You ready for it? Snake Eyes 2. We do need it all, okay?
Oh, boy.
We already got a National Treasure 2, so I guess we can get a National Treasure 3.
I thought there was one.
Dude, there's not, but
Is
I
it?
really
Okay,
would like
I
there
could
to
swear
be.
there was a third one.
Those are my favorite Nick Cage movies, man.
Yeah?
So I don't know really what's going on in this. He goes to meet his biggest fan. He accepts it for $1 million.
Yeah.
And it looks like some stuff is happening.
A lot of stuff's going on.
A lot of stuff is happening. Trailer's long. A lot of there's some shooting. There's some running. There's a wall.
Yeah, some comedy, right? Yep.
So we'll definitely post this one to our socials along with the bad guys. So check that out, guys.
Cool. So how was Moonfall this weekend?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't go either.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
That was a little on me.
We were going to tell you about Moonfall.
A little on me, too.
I mean,
A little on you, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was going to go see it by myself.
Yeah.
But then Reacher happened.
Yeah. I mean,
And do you guys want me to talk about him again for another 20 minutes? Because I definitely
fine.
can, okay? Dude, just arms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's continue, man. Let's talk about another guy with humongous arms and very dashing good looks. I don't know who would win in a fight, though. Cena? Or Richardson? Or Reacher? Or Peacemaker?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's I don't know, probably Peacemakers. He'll just kill somebody. He don't really care.
Guys, let us know on the socials, on the YouTube page that we now have it up and running.
So Reacher, what's his attitude?
He stays cool, calm, and collected the entire time.
I mean, he's
even,
just, if
even
he's
when
just in there to take
fighting,
people
man.
out, or is he like,
I mean, he gives people a chance.
okay, then he'd probably lose. Peacemaker doesn't care as long as if he thinks you're a bad guy, he's gonna shoot you. He don't care. Simple as that.
Yeah. Good guy.
I don't know if it's a fighting thing. It's more of a moral.
Well, the funny thing is, right, is like with Peacemaker, is you're a good guy, maybe a bad guy,
Yeah,
maybe a little crooked.
you know,
You're getting a bullet from him.
right, yeah.
Or
Yep.
that sword he has, So you're definitely going to get it, man. But let's talk about this episode, man. This had a lot.
Yes,
This was one of my favorite episodes.
this really throws a lot of mess out for the show. Like, we're really going over the hill of this show at this point.
Yeah. We've crested. I think like last episode we crested, right?
Yeah.
We're at the top of the mountain.
Yep.
Now they're bringing it home, man. We have like 2 or 3 episodes left, and they're just gonna bring it home, man. And it looks really good, dude. How many of these damn butterfly aliens are now?
Yeah, we're almost to like a zombie apocalypse movie.
Dude, it's wild.
Yeah, with creepy smiles.
Oh my gosh,
That was the worst.
That was like, it was so cool to watch, though, man. Because they're trying trying to fit in.
Well, yeah, they're like the scene. They're just cool. Like, you're like, okay, these are monsters. And all of a sudden, they just start doing the smile, like trying to look.
Yeah, it was wild.
Super creepy. Super creepy.
Did you not think that sheriff was already one of them, though?
I thought he was.
That threw me for a loop right there, man.
Yep. And so he was just cool with everything that was going on. I don't know.
Just wild.
That was kind of a loop for me too.
So maybe they tie that in, but what the hell? Who the hell this guy is? What he's really about?
Maybe.
And you know what's weird too? Like, obviously with the backstory with the who's the lead? Who's the black guy for the team?
Mern,
yeah. So with Mern, we find out he's also one.
Yeah.
But he's a good one, which is weird, but that's beside the point. He rebels.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, there's
a cow.
They do have a cow.
Yeah, there's a cow apparently somewhere.
But they do, like, that's it. Like, Mern never gets his body back. Remember, they said, like, I'm attached to this guy. Like,
yeah.
Mern's dead.
Right, yeah.
He's basically just a host at this point in time. That's wild, man.
Yeah, I mean, seems like, do you think once they're I mean, I guess if they're all like arriving like it showed, I assume they can just leave the host whenever they want to. I don't really know that yet.
They're like attached.
Well, no, we do, because Peacemaker has one as a pet.
So he shot the dude in the head.
Yeah.
I guess he shot him where it didn't kill him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if he puts some buckshot in him.
So the human dies. so the human dies.
Yeah.
The human does not get their
I
body
think the
back.
human's dead.
Like,
it's like they kind of just take over that brain and
Yeah.
the human's gone.
that's wild. It's just really
Yeah.
programming, man. Like,
Yeah.
like the things from Men in Black. You know what I mean? That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Just that montage, dude, of when, she calls her crew
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they come.
The whole ending,
The
like
whole-
music video,
good
thriller
God.
music
It was
video.
a music video.
It was a thriller. It was thriller.
Yeah,
Oh,
it really was. Yes, it was Thriller. I love it.
oh yeah.
That's exactly what it was, man. And then you montage that on top of Smith's dad
Yeah.
and putting on his white dragon suit. Racist asshole, but
Yeah.
some crap's about to go down with that.
Yeah.
So we're shaping up to finish this series out very well, man. This season.
And I like Eagly's role in this episode.
Oh, good God, yes. Talk about that, please.
So he's like taking people out too.
Yeah.
But what I think's funny is like when they're like escaping from his trailer and they're hiding, and he's like trying to get the Eagly's attention, and you see him like flicking that little plastic thing around. So he's just like, his attention's called this little plastic thing, and they're trying to get him to come with them. And that's kind of where it sets off the rest of the. Actually, that's like the trigger for the rest of the show and the way it plays out.
just damn Eagles is playing with some scraps or something on top. It's awesome. It is awesome, dude.
But I mean, Eagly's badass in this show too.
Dude just took people out.
Yeah,
Zero cares in the world,
Play with
man.
that little plastic thing, man. Jeez.
Yeah, dude. Let's finish up this series once again. Very fun. Hope it comes back for another season. John Cena, man. Who knew he was so talented and so good, man? But it's all from the direction of the incredible James Gunn.
Yeah.
Why don't we just let him do everything?
Yeah.
And everything would be fabulous. No objections?
No objections from me.
My man, let's move forward. All right, dude. Our movie of the week.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We have Being the Ricardos.
Mm-hmm.
This movie was released this year, 2021. So really, 2022, guys. Excuse me. Brand new year. Almost messed it up. That was delayed,
Yeah,
guys.
that was-
He'll make it look cool in post, though, guys. He's not going to touch it.
I can move it forward a little bit.
All right, guys. So, this movie was released here in 2022. I apologize about that. This movie is written and directed by the great Aaron Sorkin.
This was kind of a hidden Amazon deal. I don't know how much this movie cost to make. Bezos didn't return my text, so it just has an estimated budget of $450,000 is what I found online.
Man's drinking Terramana with the Rock right now. Man. He ain't got time for your damn text message.
I was like, man, I'm trying to get some information for the pod. Usually he texts back. He didn't hit me. He must have been busy.
Yeah, man, he gave us quick numbers back
Yeah.
for the Tomorrow Award, but this one he said, "Screw y'all, man."
Starred in this one, we have Nicole Kidman as Lucille Ball, who plays Lucy. It gets a little confusing. Javier Bardem as Desi Arnaz, who plays Ricky. J.K. Simmons as William Farley, who plays Fred. So we have an actor playing a character.
Bingo.
That's gonna be fun. A few more in here. Nina Arianda as Vivian Vance, who plays Ethel. Tony Hale as Jess Oppenheimer, Aaliyah Shawkat as Madeline Pugh, and Jake Lacey as Bob Carroll Jr.
And let's go ahead and give it up to my man, Clark Gregg, who's also in this movie.
Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg is in this movie, man.
Yes, he is.
MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, if y'all don't know by now. All right, JV. Quick synopsis, brother. Go ahead, bring us in.
Yeah, man. This round we got a movie / documentary.
Yeah.
About a very heavy week in the life of the TV actors from I Love Lucy. We get to see some very intimate moments from Lucille Ball as she's rising to her success, and we get to see the way she views her show and the comedy within the show, which at the same time she is played by Nicole Kidman in this movie.
Gets complicated.
Yeah, it gets very complicated. Very, very complicated. Yeah.
All right, man. Good stuff here. So we have a week in the life of the stars of I Love Lucy, and the two leads. They're dealing with a public and personal crisis, right? The public crisis is that, and it's the 50s, guys. Lucy checkmarked when she was in her 20s. Lucille Ball in her 20s checkmarked that she's a communist, right? Yeah. And at the point in time, being a communist was not, was not good, right? And seen as a detractor from the United States.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of communists within the United States, mind you. She just, checkmarked the box, and we get to figure out and find out exactly why this box was checkmarked. And she's basically freaking out for the entire week if this is going to basically kill her career. They're in the second season of I Love Lucy, which is like the greatest show at that time. And she's just really scared this is going to like bomb her career. She's also dealing with another crisis with her husband, who I didn't know was like a couple years younger than her, actually. I didn't realize. I thought they were closer in age.
Right.
Where he might be cheating on her, might not be cheating. And it kind of goes around and around the entire time there, which is very interesting, man. So,
well, this whole movie, the way it's put together, is very interesting.
Yes.
It goes in and out. Like, you have a main thread, which is Lucille and Desi and their relationship, and this week of trying to figure out this communist thing. And then spiral around that, we get to see some of the action within the show of I Love Lucy, which is the actors that the characters that they play in I Love Lucy, and how Lucille kind of sees that stage too.
Yeah.
Now she picks all the stuff together. And then around that, you start seeing flashbacks of how they met, her life. And then add a layer on top of that, the interviews.
Oh yeah, with the older
with the
Oppenheimer, Pugh, and all them,
which are played by other characters.
Yes, yes.
So this is the first time I've seen this movie. I don't know if you've seen it before or not.
First time,
but it was. I was like, I didn't realize that those older actors in those interviews weren't actually them either. I thought it was.
I thought it was like Pugh in them, but but then at the same exact time, I'm thinking 1950s. They must have been, let's say, 35, right?
Yeah.
70 years later.
Oh yeah.
Right.
It's still looking all right, right?
Still looking good, right? See that?
So
that IMAX camera they filmed them in.
Yeah. It was super wild, like in and out of that kind of what do they call, like the fourth wall. It was. I mean, I really liked it for that kind of extract kind of scenes put together, but it was kind of hard to follow at the same time.
it was definitely hard to follow, but this is what Aaron Sorkin does, man. He did this with The Social Network.
Yep.
He did this with The Trial of the Chicago 7. He did this with Molly's Game. And he's doing it here. The one thing I love about Aaron Sorkin in his work, and he brings it here, is the characters and the dialogue. It's just so tight and so crisp, right? And it's just fast, and you gotta keep up with it, man.
Yeah.
There's also a scene in here which I really love is the walk and talk. I'm a big fan of The West Wing, once again created by Aaron Sorkin, and the walk and talk. You know, I've watched every episode of Entourage as well, which they do the walk and talk every damn episode up and down Hollywood Boulevard. So I love seeing that, man. That is just characters interacting by getting from place to place, man. But let's go ahead and jump into these characters, man. And obviously, right off the bat here, we want to go ahead and talk about Nicole Kidman as Lucille Lucy Ball, man. Yeah. You see her at different, like you said, you see her at different points in her life here. But she's very strong, confident, and knows what she wants on her show, right?
Yep.
You can tell even the scene where she was doing radio, where she was reduced to just doing radio, right? Before she got picked up for I Love Lucy, she was still confident in what she did.
Yeah, and at that time, she was struggling to be able to really put that out there, right?
Yeah.
She was really laying her head on like Desi's shoulder.
Yeah.
To help her push her flow. And he's like, yeah, all right, that sounds good to me.
You know, it's just, and that's a different culture, right? He's Cuban, the man provides and stuff like that. So he was like, all right, yeah, sure, whatever. But man, when she actually has her show, we pick up with her in season 2.
Mm-hmm.
She is very, like, she's been strong this entire time that we've seen her, but then we're picking it up in season 2, just even at the table read, man. Yeah. The table read, she's like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
Or why would he do that? Like, when he opens the door, why would he do what he does every single time? That's a trademark. Like, why are we trying to switch it up, right?
Yep.
And being the lead and just knowing a little bit about television, especially like old school, you didn't really talk to the writers like that, man.
Yeah.
This was not your show. This is their show. And the head writer, Jess Oppenheimer, you know, he had very little control over what she said.
Yeah.
Right? Like, very
yeah.
little control, man. Tony Hill did his thing in this role, but it was just funny to see them kind of go back and forth and her win every single time.
Oh, yeah.
So, Nicole Kidman, man, just fabulous actress, and I loved seeing her as Lucy. Let's go over here to one of the best actors of all time, man. Javier Bardem. Talk to me, brother.
I feel like he really portrayed, I feel like a male actor at that time who had the power, right?
Yeah.
Like he had the power to say, this is what's going to happen as an actor, just because he was a star, right? He was at the top of the call sheet, I guess is what you say, right? He was at the top of the call sheet with Lucy, and it was real cool seeing him in that the club as well.
That was fun.
Yeah, the singing and performing at the club. His interaction with Lucy, how you could see him let his guard down with her, and then when he's around everybody else and had to be, Desi Arnaz, he was, that powerful actor. I got some weight behind me and I could swing it.
It's just weird, right? Like, let's take this. It was the 50s.
Yep.
And this Cuban American was basically the man on this show.
Right.
And there was nobody that can mess with this dude. Right?
Right.
He called the shots.
Yeah.
It's called I Love Lucy, and she is top billed.
Yeah.
But even in this movie, they even portray like he has the power.
Yep.
He holds the string.
Yep. And he proved that.
Time and time again.
Yep. Time and time again. Yep.
But no, I mean, I really loved, I'm right with you. I really love the scenes when they're in the club and seeing Javier Bardem perform as Desi Arnaz. But it's also really cool to kind of see them in their intimate moments, man. Where he did come across as a very loving, caring, there for her type of husband. Yeah. Once again, after watching this movie, and we'll talk about, some stuff later, he was several years younger than her, and I didn't realize that, right?
You know how much by chance?
Man, you're gonna put me on the spot like this in front of millions of listeners. She was born in 1911. He was born in 1916. So they're about 6 years apart, right? So like, let's say, high school and a half, right? Yeah. Like that, which is generation, right?
Yeah.
That he is younger. So, he still wanted when she wanted to be home and be a home wife and everything. And, he definitely wanted to still be out.
Yeah.
All the clubs, after the clubs, and go out and drink and smoke on the bar and, at the club or whatever, at the bar or at the boat.
Yes.
The boat was the spot, right?
That's where it goes
Playing
down.
cards at the boat.
Yeah.
So, he still had that young guy mentality, man. All right. J.K. Simmons, brother. This guy keeps popping up, man. What the hell's going on here?
I don't know, man. He's just in every movie, dude.
This guy's in every movie. We gotta get rid of this guy somehow, man. He plays William Frawley, who is also on the show, man. Not a big role at all, but I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, his parts were pretty strong when he was like laying down some dialogue. Kind of the wisdom, I guess.
He was the older guy on the show, yeah.
Yeah. And seemed like Lucille really relied on him a lot in certain times, and sometimes he just let himself in.
Yeah, I love how Lucille and Vivian, they're kind of just sitting there talking, kind of arguing a little bit. And, he's the older guy, so he's waking up from his nap or his mid-morning nap. And he goes, come on, let's go have a drink.
Yeah.
It's like 9:30 in the morning, right?
She's going to take some personal time.
Man, but no, JK definitely does his thing, man. He is that inspiration, like you said, and he is definitely there for her. My favorite thing about him in this movie is, even though he was an asshole, remember that opening read? He was kind of an asshole to a couple people, but he actually really did have a heart of gold. Yeah, man. You can kind of tell that he really loved being on the show with them. Even though he was the older guy, he really loved the production and everything, and just wanted everything to work. And definitely appreciated that, brother. All right, let's go ahead and jump over here. Nina, and if I butcher her last name, Vivian Vance.
Ariana
Grande?
No.
This lady's never going to be on our show.
Nope. Messed that all up.
But you were fabulous, okay, as Vivian Vance, okay? I really were, okay?
Yeah.
Looking right into the camera here, you were fabulous. She thought that she was, supposed to be one thing, and she was trying to be another, where she didn't really know her. Remember, we're only in season 2.
Yeah.
Right? Season 1 of shows, they know. Top bills. Lucy, Ricky, they have to, find their, and then here comes the supporting cast.
Yeah.
But after season 2, let's, people always go, okay, we're back for a season 2. Let's expand. Let's see what else is going on with these other people. So she was trying to find her footing as an actress and figure out where she kind of fits in. And it just wasn't the right week, man. Right?
This is the worst time. It's the worst time for any of them at all. Like the staff and everybody. For any of them just to step to Lucille or Desi. Yeah. It's just a bad week.
just so much crap happening, man. But yeah, so and then like every time that she brings something up or a change that needs to happen, she gets shot down.
Yeah.
She gets shot down because it's just not the damn time. So
Nope, it ain't the week. It ain't the week.
all right, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Tony Hale as Jess Oppenheimer, man.
Yes, sir.
I think he really like sunk his teeth into this role. He's the head show writer. He's the creator of I Love Lucy. It was his idea. Well, his idea was the show that she was doing on radio before, and then CBS was there watching that radio show. Which let's talk about the radio show for a second, man.
It was intense.
That was really intense. It was live in front of people.
Yeah,
there was a band. Okay, they stood there with mics with a audience.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a radio show.
That's like it's like some Howard Stern stuff.
That is like some Howard Stern stuff. It's literally like a live podcast.
She was the original.
It's literally like a live podcast.
Yeah,
you know how they do like shows on pod shows now, like scripted. We
semi like what we got going on.
We're kind of scripted, kind of not. You know, I tell people I tell people that I'm working on the script for the pod.
Yeah,
there's not much to do, guys. Okay, I just don't want to hang out. Is what it is. Okay. Oh, my phone's about to be dry for the next life.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna text me now. No, it was cool though. Man. It was different. You know, once again, it was like the 40s going into the 50s. Different time. They don't do shows like that now, especially on the radio. But that's where she got picked up. But it was his show, Tony Hale as Jess Oppenheimer's show, and it gets picked up and moves it forward and is the head writer and brings in the other two writers we're going to talk about in a minute. But really pushes the show forward.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, man, like Tony Hale always plays these guys who like has power, but really doesn't at the same exact time.
Kind of gets pushed around.
Kind of gets pushed around so easy. So it's like, but he fights back here. That's what I like about Tony Hale's character here, man. As Jess Oppenheimer is like, normally he just like gets walked over.
Yeah,
all Tony Hale's characters, man. But this one, he actually fights back, loses.
I mean, he gave it a shot.
He gave it a shot. You know, the old college try,
yeah.
but definitely takes that L still, man. Especially that one scene with Javier Bardem where he has to read the letter from Philip Morris. Don't F with the Cuban.
Yeah.
I laughed my ass off. Yeah, it was good. Man. That was so good.
Because he's already like Desi's already walked away from him and everything. Yeah, he used to walk off like what is it? The cool guys don't look at explosions.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Exactly what he did.
He did Tony, that walk. Yeah, man. Oppenheimer was basically holding a bomb right there. You know, so definitely a cool character there, man. We got Aliyah. How do you pronounce her name? Aliyah Shawkat. I do want you on the show. You're amazing. I've seen you in a lot of other stuff, especially the after party. I just watched your episode, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I'm talking to her into here, like she's gonna watch this one day.
She's looking right at you.
I'm gonna tag her on Facebook.
Yep.
Is that a thing? You tag people on Facebook?
You can @ them, I think. Right? It's not hashtags.
Okay.
It's just. Yeah, you can tag them. You can tag them. That's basically.
I'm turning 35 this month, guys. I'm sorry. In a couple days.
Still trying to figure out how to tag people.
Anyway, she plays Madeline Pugh, and she is the sole female writer on the show. She's probably one of like a handful of female writers on any kind of sitcom right now.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about right now having like female directors, writers in the in the production showroom right now, and it's 2022.
Yeah, these are maybe like the top 2 females in TV.
Exactly. Right. And she was one of them.
Yeah.
But she was one of the writers, and she always, once again, not the best week, right?
Yeah.
But she was trying to push. For season 2, you want a little bit of growth. Lucy's character to be less ditzy and less kind of like, oh, let's get into trouble and make her a little smarter, like she evolved over season 1 to season 2. And I think Lucille Ball's character appreciated that, but it just wasn't the right week, man. It was just so much crap that was happening in that 1 week.
No matter what you said, no matter what anybody said, it was you're getting your head bit off.
But no, I liked how she definitely wanted to like push like women and the way that they're shown on television forward, man. I thought that was really cool and really important here. All right, last person I want to talk about, man. If you want to talk about anybody else, let me know. But we got Jake Lacey, Bob Carroll Jr. Smaller role than everybody else, but he's the other writer in the room.
Yeah.
And I just like his fights with Pew, man. That's just like that's.
But they always came to
they worked
agreement.
They worked well together, though, man. Like you always want to know. Like I've always wanted to sit in one of these like writers' rooms, right, for one of these sitcoms and these hour shows of that, like Supernatural, right? Supernatural's been on forever, right? I want to know, like, sit in that writer's room and be a fly on the wall, and to see like how that process is, man. In this show for I Love Lucy, we got to see that a little bit, man, and that was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was like you had two ideas trying to get to the same end goal, but they were just taking two different routes.
Exactly.
So at the end of it, they just kind of merged their plans, which made for a great show.
And with that, right, they did merge their plans, and then they presented their plan to Lucille.
Yeah.
Lucille was like, no, we're not.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a whole different part of the process.
Speaking of that, I liked her, like the way that they portrayed her, right, is Lucille, going back to her, is that she kind of had like a beautiful mind type thing.
Yeah.
Where she saw the perfect funny bit for the show in her mind, and she played it back and just said it.
Yeah.
With nothing else. It was like, yo, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
I thought that was awesome, man. That just showed her brilliance.
Yeah. That's what I was mentioning, like how it kind of funneled in and out of a bunch of stuff. Like we were seeing the sets as they were. We were seeing her as she saw the sets, kind of flashing forward to what in her mind she wanted to do, and then seeing that live in front of the audience and the way it played out. And that kind of build through the whole movie.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and just have two quick notes, man, about sets in the music here. The sets, we're mainly on the actual set of I Love Lucy the entire time. If we're not there, we're in a dressing room. We're in Desi's office, right? We're at the bar across the street, right?
Yeah.
And that was just cool, man. You kept it really, you keep it simple like that, and you kept it like a week in the life of these characters.
Yeah, and that always looked like real that era of the way things were built. Real strong, dark woods, sturdy looking, solid.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and even the tables, everything they did looked like that. And I thought that was pretty awesome.
And then somebody said, we can do stuff cheap.
Yeah.
And now everything looks cheap.
Yep.
Awesome, man. So in the music, man, the one, every time we saw Desi perform, just highlights for me, man. You know, once again, I watched the movie at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But I was trying to get up and chicka boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the other thing, man, that I Love Lucy theme.
Yeah.
It's iconic for one, right?
Definitely. Yep.
Stuck in my head. I mean, I've seen I Love Lucy so many times on Nick at Night. I mean, like a million times. But I had no clue that they do that live for every taping.
I mean, that's just how they put it together.
That was dope, man. Yeah.
We can do it too. I can put it over here.
You can give us the I Love Lucy theme?
Yeah.
Guys, we bringing next pod in. Awesome, man. Let's talk about some themes here. And I don't have much. This is when you get an Aaron Sorkin script, right? It's just like chock full of so much stuff, man.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. It's a lot, man. This movie is like 2.5 hours long. But once again, so good. I will say this. One, when you are, believing in yourself and your talents and what you want to do, right? Lucille, she knew what she wanted to do, man. She knew that she was the queen of physical comedy, right? And she knew that she can deliver this on this show, and this was her launching pad to do that episode after episode after episode, right?
Yeah.
Also, the show must go on. I think that's good. I think she had that in the back of her mind because she asked him a bunch of times, and she was asked about it a bunch of times, like, is he cheating?
Yeah.
Not cheating, whatever. But they took the entire week and kept going, kept moving.
Well, same thing with just the whole situation, the whole communist thing.
Yeah,
It was like the show. As long as we record a show at the end of the week, I'm good.
you gotta still roll. Yeah, man. And I do like that she, even at the end when she found out what she found out and what occurred, she went out there, stumbled for a second.
Yeah.
But the show went on, man. That was season 2, man. I Love Lucy went on for like several more seasons after that, right? But yeah, the show must go on is what I love for this, man. Chalked in this full Aaron Sorkin tight script, man. So that is our conversation about Being the Ricardos. Javi, this movie, man. Talk to me, brother. What are your thoughts?
This was a super long movie.
Yeah.
Super long. I'll just go ahead and give you my rating on it off the bat. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 3 buckets of popcorn.
Damn, 3 out of 3 is top notch, bro.
I mean, for me, the way this movie was built and like...
He meant 3 out of 5, guys. He meant 3 out of 5.
Oh, did I say... see, you made me make notes, and I typed 3 out of 3 in my notes. I literally typed 3 out of 3 in my notes, and that's what I said.
I made him take notes. Love it.
So 3 out of 5
Here we go.
buckets of popcorn. Oh, the way the movie was built was fun, I thought. Like 4 or 5 different dimensions of the way this show is viewed.
Yeah.
From like the view of Lucille, we saw the view kind of from Desi. We saw the older people that were played by other actors. It's crazy. So that was fun, I thought. The one thing I didn't really like is the thread of the story. They were building this movie around her week of being said she was a communist.
Yeah.
So I felt like that should have just been part of the story and been kind of like the story of them too. Because that's what it was. Felt like that was the end goal, was like the story of Lucille. But that thing was like, just seemed too much. Like, I'm trying to, I don't.
So I guess, I think I get what you're saying here. Like, it almost set it up, right? Is she a communist? Is she not a communist?
Yeah.
Right? And is the story going to focus on Lucille Ball
Right.
as a communist or not? And then
We have her life story kind of thrown in there as well.
yes. So the one thing I will say about that, because it does kind of set it up like that, but
Yeah.
you also have to understand like that time,
Mm-hmm.
right? That was a big no-no.
Yeah, I got you there, yeah.
Like you don't do that, or you're gonna get excommunicado from like
Right.
the United States. So I think that was just, I think he used that, right? And once again, Aaron Sorkin does these movies. He does them so tight with a lot of information, where that's just a launching pad, launching point.
Well, that was like
has so many other threads.
Well, that was kind of the description of the movie.
Yeah,
It was that week, which we see that week, but we see all this other stuff too. That's like, I feel like it's either about that week and all the BS they go through, or it's about her life. And they did all of that on the basis of it's that week of BS for him. And that kind of got, I don't know if to say like diluted in with everything else.
Yeah.
So the strong point of the movie wasn't about her life, and it wasn't about this week of her being a comedy. It was like a big dilution of both of them. So that kind of just a little thing for me.
I got you, man.
Yeah.
I got you.
But the movie itself, in the long run, probably not going to watch it again.
Yeah.
But it was worth the watch.
Good deal.
What about you, man?
Being the Ricardos, man, this is gonna get 4 buckets of popcorn out of 5 for me. Yeah, man, this gets 4 buckets of popcorn here. I love the cast. I love the writing, man. You know, I love head-to-head conversations. Yeah. Like it just oozes with so much.
Walk and talk, man.
The walk and talk, man. Right?
It's all you got to put in the movie, and that gives you like an extra star, right?
It really does. Man.
An extra bucket of popcorn.
Right, it really does, brother. No, man, I have not been a fan of Nicole Kidman since, I don't know, 1995 Batman Forever. Okay?
Don't blame me.
Fabulous in that movie, but by the way, the best part of that movie. But she killed this role, man. She really did, and I really enjoyed her here. Javier Bardem, he always brings in everything he does, so he was fabulous. JK was that asshole, but also like very like warm and friendly. And Tony Hill, man, just rocked it. So this cast and this script alone, it just, once again, not alive in the 50s, you and I both, unless you're like really old. And I don't know.
Could
like
be a witch.
120 right now. Are you the Witcher? I don't know how that works. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
I do have a lot of gray hairs.
We're turning 35 this month, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. No, man, I like the look and the feel of the 50s, man. The clothes were cool. I like the suits, man. The suits were really cool.
It was all about just being relaxed.
Yeah.
And just having a good time.
I loved it, man. I loved it, dude. Yeah, this definitely gets 4 buckets of popcorn for me, man.
Cool deal.
I'll probably watch this at least once or twice more, man.
All right, Clyde, before we close out here, I just want to let everybody know we are officially posting full episodes of the podcast on YouTube.
Dope.
We started last week with our episode 2 of season 3 for Whiplash. So go check that out on the YouTube channel, and we'll have to post the links to the channel on our socials.
We'll hit you up with some links, guys.
Yes, sir.
You know we do that very well. Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Being the Ricardos. Next week, we will be discussing Ride the Eagle.
And that is streaming on Hulu.
I am Clyde Smith, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram as I am Clyde D. Smith.
I am Javier Villalobos. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.